Good afternoon, folks. This afternoon's topic B, we're discussing how Asian elders are treated in many Asian countries. So here we go with today's discussion. Asian elders and treatment of them. Respect for elders in many Asian cultures is rooted in long-standing philosophical, social, and practical systems that treat age as a source of authority, morale, moral worth, and social stability. Below, I summarized the main reasons show how they work in daily life, and note how modern forces are shaping the pattern. Historical and philosophical roots. Philo, Philippides and Confucius ethics. Confucianism places Philippides at the center of family life. Children are taught to honor, obey, and care for parents and older relatives. And elders are seen as moral exemplars and decision makers. This philosophical foundation gives age and morale and social authority that persists in norms and institutions. Religious and spiritual influences in many places. Buddhism anchors in many places. Buddhism anchor veneration and other spiritual traditions reinforce respect for older people by linking age with wisdom, karmic seniority, or community with past generations. Social structure and family roles, multi-generational households and caregiving expectations, extended family living arrangements historically made elders central to household decisions. Child rearing and the transmission of customs. That practical role reinforce social respect. Elders functioned as custodians of knowledge, family memories, family memory and dispute resolution, collectivism and social harmony, cultural emphasis on group cohesion, and saving face. Privileges difference to authority, including elders, because it reduces conflict and preserves social order. Rituals, language, and everyday signals. Cultural element. How it reinforces elder respect. Titles and polite forms signal difference and make respect routine. Rituals and festivals. Anchor rites and family ceremonies to publicity, reaffirm elders' status. Elders are consulted on marriage, finances, and family disputes. Children's duty to care for parents. Institutionalized respect. Each of these everyday practices turns abstract values into repeated behaviors that sustain elder status across generations. Practical and economic origins. Agrarian economies and knowledge. Value. In farming and craft-based societies, accumulated experience when to plant, how to manage resources, how to negotiate local networks, had direct economic value. That practical usefulness made older people indispensable and worth of difference. Modern changes and implications. Urbanization, mobility, and changing family forms. As younger people move to cities, nuclear households and formal elder care services are becoming more common, which weakens some traditional practices of daily difference and co-residence. Societies are adapting by combining public services with cultural expectations, and attitudes toward aging are becoming more diverse. Tension between tradition and individualism. Younger generations often value personal autonomy more than previous generations did, producing negotiation between respect for elders and new expectations for independence. Practical takeaway: respect is both moral and functional. It's taught as a duty and reinforced because elders historically held useful knowledge and authority. Practices vary across Asia. The reasons and rituals differ by country, region, and local history. There is no single Asian model. Change is ongoing. Modernization doesn't ease respect overnight. It reshapes how respect is ex- expressed. Asian societies don't just happen to revere their elders, they reverence. The reverence is built from a deep philosophical foundation, centuries old social structures, and lived cultural expectations that still shape daily life. Below is a clear, structured breakdown of why the elders hold such a revered place across Asia, drawing directly from the source you surfaced. Core philosophical foundations. Confucius, Confucianism, Confucianism, age and moral authority. Confucian thought, Confucian thought is the backbone of elder reverence. In East Asia, it teaches that older adults embody moral cultivation, accumulated wisdom, and social authority. File pity, the duty to respect, obey, and care for parents is treated as a central moral obligation. In this uh, in this worldview, elders aren't simply old; they are the cumula- accumulation of a lifelong moral journey, deserving deference and care. Buddhism, wisdom and compassion and spiritual seniority. In Buddhist influenced cultures, Thailand, Sri Lanka, parts of East and South Southeast Asia, elders are valued for their spiritual insight and proximity to enlightenment. Their counsel is sought not only for practical matters but for moral and spiritual guidance, family structure, and social expectations. Elders elders as decision makers and custodians of tradition. Across many Asian societies, Elders traditionally guide major family decisions, marriages, business, education, conflict resolution. Their experiences, their experience is considered indispensable. This isn't symbolic, it's functional in Asian in, in lineage based on societies. Survival depended on the knowledge held by older generations. Family duty over individual preference. A vivid example from Beijing illustrates this. A family continues to accommodate a grandfather's disruptive dementia related behaviors because stopping him would be considered disrespectful. Even neighbors and police differ to the family's obligation to honor him. This is not unusual. It reflects a cultural logic where age grants authority, even when caregiving becomes difficult. Cultural values that reinforce relevance, respect as social harmony. In collectivist cultures, respecting elders maintains harmony and preserves faith. Difference is built into language, rituals, and etiquette. Elders as moral anchors. In many communities, elders are seen as the, as the living link to tradition, the keepers of stories, rituals, and identity. This is true not only in East Asia, but also South and Southeast Asian contexts. Modern shifts and why relevance still persists. Urbanization and changing family structures. Younger generations moving to cities has weakened traditional caregiving patterns. Elders may be left behind, and family based care systems are under strain. Reinterpreting final pity in contemporary life. Modern East Asian societies are renegotiating what filial pity looks like, balancing tradition with new realities like dual income households, longer lifespans, and state supported elder care. Yet the underlying value that elders deserve dignity, respect, and care remains culturally powerful. Why this relevance matters today. Asian societies are aging rapidly. Understanding the cultural roots of elder respect helps explain why families often go to extraordinary lengths to care for aging parents, why elders continue to hold symbolic authority even as social structures change. How Confucian and Buddhist ethics shape modern elder care policies. It also offers a counter narrative to Western assumptions that aging is decline in many Asian traditions. Old age is the summit of a moral life. Okay, guys, that's B for you. I'm gonna try and jump on in a bit and do a C. For now, Gator Wellness. Take care, folks.